Okay, everybody, welcome to the voiceover. So here's the front panel. Please screenshot this if you are planning to make it. So every little square counts as a stitch. So if you're using a chunky wool or a yarn weight 5, this should be perfect for you. This makes a UK size 8 to 10, kind of oversized, and this is the back panel here. So screenshot it, please, so you can follow along with me for the tutorial. Okie dokie. So we are going to need a 6mm hook, stitch markers, a tapestry needle, tape measure and scissors, as well as so I'm using Stylecraft Special Chunky Wool. It's acrylic wool and it's a yarn weight 5. And so, okay, colours I'm using, cloud blue. I only used literally 20 grams of this. I also used meadow, 20 grams of that. I used saffron, I used about 75 grams of this. We're looking for cream here, 90 grams. And also lemon. I used about 90 grams of lemon, even though it doesn't look like it. So this is how much I had left when I was done. So you're gonna have enough wool to make 2, basically. But you're gonna have a lot of wool left over. Okay, so to start, we are going to create a slip knot. Just like that. And then we are gonna insert our hook into our slip knot, and now we are going to chain 56 chains. So to chain, you just wrap your yarn around the hook anti-clockwise like that, and we're going to do that 56 times. And here it is, 56 chains on our hook. So now we're going to block off that last chain. I'm going to zoom in, and we're going to chain 3. So chain 1, chain 2, chain 3. Now we're going to yarn over and insert our hook into the 4th chain from the hook. Put that right in and just pull up a loop. If you can see that, yeah, pull up a loop. And now you've got 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And that's your first double crochet, or your second double crochet, sorry. So yeah, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over again, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. And that's a double crochet. So we have 4 double crochets now, and we're just going to double crochet until the very end, and then I'm going to show you how to turn. So we have very nice straight edges on our work. So here we are, the last 2 double crochets of the row. Into our last double crochet. So pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So now we're just going to chain 1 and turn our work. And so what we're going to do is we are going to do a single crochet into that first hole. So see that hole right there? Single crochet into that. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. And so now we are going to single crochet into the first loop. So the loop that is furthest away from us. So just that one right there. Put your hook in. So I'm going to show you a few times. Put it in like that. So the loop furthest away from you. Put your hook in, pull up a loop, and then yarn over, pull through 2. And that's our first stitch of the row. So that does count as our first stitch. And now we're just going to continue double crocheting until we get to the end of the row. And so basically we are going to double crochet for 4 rows. So completely just orange double crochets for 4 rows. Okay, so now here's the 4 rows done. And so now we're going to work on row 5, and that's going to be 29 double crochets in orange and then 26 double crochets in cream. And here is me just doing the first stitch, which is the single crochet thing. So now we're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're going to go along until we reach the point where we have to change our colour, and I'm going to show you how to do that here. So what you do is you prepare to do your final stitch, so your 29th orange, and you do it halfway. So this is the point where we're going to stop. So you've pulled through 2 once, and before you pull through the last 2 loops on your hook, you're just going to leave it down. I would suggest putting it on a flat surface like this, so like nothing gets lost, or like, you know, it's not like annoying. You know exactly what's going on. So just snip off that end that you were working on and prepare your new colour. So kind of get it in a loop like that, in your hand, nice and tight. Hold it like nice and tight and just slip it onto your hook and hold it really tight and just finish off the stitch with that new colour. So you're going to have like 2 strands hanging out the back, and we're just going to work that white yarn into our double crochets, and that orange one is going to stay hanging out the back. So pull up a loop with your new white yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2, and now you have that new yarn on your work, and it looks really clean and cute. So that orange thread is going to stay out the back, and we're going to weave it in later, because like some people like to like crochet over that, but I feel like I can always see it, so I don't. But if you do, that's so okay, but that's just what I do. And I'm going to show you this a few more times, so do not worry at all if you didn't get it that time. So yeah, just finish off your row with your cream yarn. Okay, so now preparing for row 6, I've already done a few here. We're going to do 43 cream double crochets and then 13 orange double crochets. Just here, I'm going to show you how to change your stitch. So start off with your last stitch with your 43rd cream. So do it halfway, and in that last segment of your stitch, you just leave it down, snip off your end, and get your new yarn. Hold it really tight, and just slip it onto your hook like that, and just pull it right through to finish off the stitch. And now that orange yarn, we are going to crochet over that, and that white thread is going to stay hanging out the back. So pull up a loop once we zoom in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So yeah, that's how it looks. I think it looks pretty good. Now, I'm sure some people have different ways of doing it, but that's just how I do it. I think it's, and you can kind of get quick at it, because I felt like this took ages for me. Like, it took ages to like start changing the colours, and it was really tedious, but it actually got pretty quick. Okay, sorry. So row 7, we're going to go with 9 orange double crochets and 47 cream double crochets. And I think I'm going to show you again how to do it here, because it really does take a lot of practice. It really does. But I'm sure by the end of this, you guys are going to be masters at it, because oh my god, there is a lot of changing colours in this pattern. So snip off the end. Get your loop. Slip it onto your hook, as you can see. Hold it really tight and pull it through to finish off the stitch. Yarn over, and then just do a normal double crochet over that yarn. Okay, so now we are going to finish all of our cream stitches, chain, and then do the little single crochet thing, and we're going to go straight in with 47 cream, 6 yellow, and 3 orange for row 8. So this is me. I've completed the 47 cream. Now I'm going in to change the colour for the 6 yellow double crochets, and I'm just changing the colour there, finishing the stitch off with the yellow, yarning over and double crocheting right into the second chain. Okay, so that is me changing colour from the yellow, and I think I'm going to show you changing one more time. Yeah, I'm going to show you with the orange as well. So slip that right on, and we're going to do 3 orange double crochets to finish off the row, making sure to not completely finish that last double crochet because we're going to be changing the color. So yeah, leave it down there, and we are going to be changing the color now in 1 second. So just slip on that yellow yarn and just pull it right through, chain 1. And now we are going to work on row 9, which is 19 yellow and 37 cream double crochets. So here's me doing the first stitch, which is that single crochet with that second single crochet in that second loop, or the loop that's furthest away from you. So yarn over, make sure to crochet over that end. And now we are just changing our color again, so we're going to go change it to cream now. So put it in your little loop, bring it onto the hook, finish off that stitch with the cream, and yarn over and double crochet into that next stitch. So I'm going straight into row 10 with 23 cream and 33 yellow double crochets. So here is a completed row 10, and now we're moving on to 11. So 36 yellow, 12 green and 8 cream double crochets in this round. That is done. Now moving on to row 12, which is 8 cream, 12 green and 36 yellow. And for rows 13 to 15, which you'll see now, so that's 12 finished. 13 to 15 is going to have 34 yellow, 12 green and 10 cream. And you're just going to repeat that 3 times. It's the exact same. And row 16 is going to look like 11 cream, 11 green and 34 yellow. And so here's me just finishing off that yellow, chaining 1 and turning my work. So then that kind of brings us up to 9.5 inches in height. And so now we're going to move in for 3 inches. So we are just going to put a clip 3 inches in from the edge, and we're going to slip stitch into every stitch we see until we hit the mark, or the marker, stitch marker. So as you can see here, I am just slip stitching, inserting my hook, pulling up a loop, and then pulling through that second loop on my hook. And I'm going to do this all the way until I reach the stitch marker, which is 3 inches in from the edge. So you're going to want to do this on the other side as well, just because we're going to hit that now in a second. So for row 17, we're going 25 yellow and 16 blue. And this is going to bring you 3 inches in from the edge on the other side as well. So if you just follow these stitches, you're not going to have to put in a stitch marker, but it's up to you. So double crocheting, finishing the row with the blue there. So we're just going to chain 1 and turn our work. And now we are going to be doing 17 blue double crochets and 24 yellow double crochets. Okay, finishing that yellow, chaining 1, turn our work. So we're going to do 22 yellow and 19 blue for this round. Okay, and so finishing off the blue, chaining 1, turning our work, and now we have 20 blue and 21 yellow double crochets to do. Here is me just completing those blue double crochets. Okay, so now for the next round, we're going to do 19 yellow and 22 blue double crochets. Going straight in for the round 22, we're going to go 23 blue and 18 yellow double crochets. Okay, so we're finished off the yellow. Now we are just changing the colour of our yarn so we can begin row 23. So we're going to go straight in with that green, the 3 green double crochets. Okay, so finished off row 23. This is our 21st blue double crochet. And now we're just changing the colour to cream so we can begin with cream for our next row, which is row 24, which is going to have 17 cream, 13 green, 4 yellow, and 7 green double crochets. So that's it finished. And now we get to start on the shoulder bits. So we are going to go, so I've actually just chained one and turned my work here. So we're going to go 2.5 inches in from the edge, as you can see here. And we are just going to place our stitch marker at that point there. So 2.5 inches in from the edge. And if you're wondering how many stitches that is, you can check the pattern that I had at the beginning of the video. So I'm just doing my first stitch in here. And this is so easy, guys. So basically you literally just double crochet like back and forth until you get to the height of 3 inches. And that's basically it. So there's no color changes, nothing like that. So just double crochet back and forth until we reach the height of 3 inches. And so double crochet right into the hole where the stitch marker is. So you can slip that out now. Take it right out and just chain 1 and turn your work. So single crochet in there, and then you're going to do that little single crochet thing again, as we have been doing this whole video. So yeah, so just keep double crocheting, super handy. And then this is me finishing off, what row am I on there, 4? Okie dokie. So here is the finished shoulder bit. So I've just chained 1. I'm going to cut off the excess. Make sure you leave a long enough tail so you have enough yarn to weave it in at the end. Pull it tight, and here she is. And so we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side, but this time it's going to be in cream. So again, no color changes with this one. So we're going to measure 2.5 inches. Put your stitch marker in and just insert your hook. And attach your yarn whichever way you like to do it. I'm just bringing it through and chaining 1. Yarn over. I have just chained 3. I think I was probably meant to do the single crochet thing, but again, they're interchangeable, whatever you want to do. It doesn't really matter, they both do the same thing. It's so random, I don't know why I did that. But yeah, so either chain 3 or do your single crochet with the second single crochet in that second loop. But yeah, so just the exact same thing as the last time. Here's me finishing off all of those rows. I think it's 5 rows in total that you need to do. Pull it through and pull it tight. Take out that stitch marker, and here you have it. So here is your front panel, all done. Well done, guys, if you've gotten this far. Fair play. So here it is, and I'm going to show you now the back panel, and I'm not going to walk you through because it's the exact same thing. The only difference is that you go up 7 inches before you do the shoulders, and you only do 1 round of that shoulder bit. If you have a problem with the pattern, you can just refer back to the pattern image that I gave you at the beginning, and I feel like if you've gotten this far in the tutorial, you're going to be okay with it. So yeah, the back panel is more or less the same, just a few extra inches at the top. So yeah, this is me just pinning the back panel and the front panel together, right sides together, and we are just going to slip stitch all the way up the side, because I find slip stitching is actually way I trust it more than sewing. So I'm just pulling it right through, chaining one, and then going straight in with the slip stitch. So I'm just not going to show you now because it's on orange. I'm going to show you now in 1 second. Okay, so insert your hook, pull up a loop, 2 loops on your hook there, and then pull through that second loop, and then that's a slip stitch. So do it all the way up the side here, and then just do it right there on the shoulders as well. So I'm pulling up a loop here. I've double knotted this one. You can do either. Just make sure you make a chain so you're able to slip stitch. So this is my first slip stitch in here. So pulling up a loop and pulling through that second loop on the hook as well. And then I'm going to go all the way down and now do it on the other side as well. So make sure both sides are well secured. Here's me showing off the side I haven't done. Okay, so here's all the sides nice and slip stitched together. So now I'm just going to turn it inside out. And show it off for a second. So you can see the orange yarn through it, but that is what I intended. If you have a particular colour you want the kind of like threading to be, you can choose whichever one you want. And so now I'm just going to start on the kind of trim or the neck piece. Probably the trim is what I should say, not the neck piece. So make a loop, pull it through and chain one. I'm doing it in orange. You can actually do it in whatever colour you want, but I think the orange is kind of cute. So you've chained one, and now what we're going to do is we're going to single crochet into every single stitch along this neck part. So we are just going to single crochet into every single stitch, and what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 rounds of this to make it quite thick. I'm going to show you how I finish off a round now in 1 second. So to finish off the round, I do my last single crochet. And so there's 2 loops here. So there's one there and there's that second one there. We're going to go into that second one and we're just going to pull up a loop and then pull through that second loop for a slip stitch. Now we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. And we're going to go around 2 more times. So we'll have a total of 3 rounds of single crochets. So here is what it's going to look like. I think it's so cute. And so now we're going to do the same thing on the sleeves or the armholes, I guess. And it is literally the same thing. You're just going to put your hook in, attach your yarn, put it in a little loop, pull it through and chain 1. And so we're just going to single crochet into every stitch along, and for the armholes we're going to do 2 rounds of single crochet, and we're going to do that on both armholes. So here it is. Here is the neck and the armholes done. Optionally, you can do a round of single crochets on the bottom edge if you want. I did, but again, you don't have to. It's completely up to you, and it's the exact same method as we did for the neck and the armholes. So guys, we are finished. OMG, if you made it, legend. Please send me a picture. Here it is in all its glory. So cute.